Hey guys, welcome to my channel I'll Secret. So today we were discussing about the speaking tips and techniques. So as we were discussing about the things that we should keep it novel, like whenever we are speaking, it should be our original creation and nothing should be copied or crammed from anywhere else, because if we are just copying and speaking, this is going to create a negative impression. Though sometimes our luck works if the examiner is not knowing that we have crammed the things, but you should cram the things which are being written by you or someone, not from the website. Like if you are doing learning your speaking tips and techniques and related data to it from Makkad PDFs or anything like that which is very famous, don't copy and paste the whole thing that you have crammed. Make some necessary changes that make it look like your own creation. After that, it should be straightforward. Like the idea that you are speaking should be your own, and it should be easy to understand like what you are speaking. Like sometimes we create a lot of stories that are not being understandable by someone. Like you make it too complex for the other person to understand what you are doing. Like you should speak in that way that it becomes very easy to understand. Secondly, you should add some kind of grammar techniques. Like if you are speaking in active voice for a while, start conversing in a passive voice, but take this risk only if you are having a good command on your grammar. Like if you don't know how to frame a sentence in passive voice, then you should surely avoid this thing. Otherwise you can use indirect and direct speeches. This is going to create a good impression that the person is having a good understanding of everything and knows English grammar well. After that, we were discussing about sentence formation. Though we are perfect in speaking, but you should never take it as a thing that is very easy. You should not underestimate the other person as well, because they are having a very good understanding of everything. They know each and everything. They have studied a lot and gone through a lot of tests, and they have taken the test of so many people. So in order to create a better impression than anyone else, you should be well prepared. So for that, learn the techniques from English grammar books. Read a lot of books. Like there are some good books like comprehensive grammar book which is related to English language, which is very easily available in every school which is of a convent medium or of ICSC school. uh, I think it is given in 8th class when we were young, but you can also order it from the website or something like that. That book is very interesting. Even it is very helpful for improving your English. So even if you are not knowing each and everything, you should read it. But don't be focused about your mistakes, because if you are going to be if you are concentrating on your mistake, then it is going to create a negative effect in your mind. Like you will be saying, no, I speak a lot of wrong statements, I'm not able to create it. This is going to depress you, and in this way you are going to make your mistake look. So even if you make a mistake, speak fluently. You should not stop, because this will make the examiner think that you have made a mistake. So after that, use a lot of idioms, because if you are simply speaking in simple English and not using hi-fi vocab or anything like which makes it looks like you use English in your common language, but don't use common slangs. This is not good, because it is a semi-formal interview. You should not be too formal to the examiner. So for that, use idioms which are used in common language, common day-to-day life. Like it's raining cats and dog. I have to pay an arm and leg to buy this. It is very expensive. Her lifestyle is very flamboyant, extravagant. So in this way, you can see that I have used so many good words. Even there are many more. So you can use this to create a better impression on the mind of the examiner. So like how I'm going to show you how the test is taken. Like the first part of your test means that you have to just go and greet the examiner like good morning, good afternoon, it depends upon you. And after that, he might be asking you your name. He might be asking for your passport as well, like show me your passport or identity, whatever you are having. I think basically we take our passport. After that, he or she might be asking you question about your hometown, or like the study you have completed, if he is interested, or anything can be asked. For that we are discussing about speaking part 1. See, I'm opening it up. So here you can see that there are so many topics. Like the first topic is related to website, technology, area you live. So for that we are choosing a very common topic, which is average. It is related to the area you live in. Okay, where do you like to go in that area? So like I live in a place. So I live in Shri Hargobindpur. So it is an area which is very common, and it is not well developed area. So for that it totally depends upon your city or town. If your city or town is a metropolitan city, or it is a very underdeveloped area, you have to speak about that, and simply just mention about one line, that is whether it is a very developed area or it is an underdeveloped poor area. So after that you can go to that further statements, like where do you like to go in that area. Everybody has a place which is their favorite one. So you can speak about anything, like if you like to go to a farm, or if you like to go to a cafe or hotel or anything, any calm place. If you are having a park nearby, park, you can speak about anything. If you live near a coast, you can say that I want to go to that coast whenever I am sad. It is a serene place, it is full of calmness, and I like the serenity of that place. My heart feels delighted whenever I go there. You can speak anything. The bliss you feel, like the happiness you feel from going there, you have to mention about that. Okay, and you can use some phrasal verbs, like they have used hangout. Hangout means when we roam about or chill with our friends or something like that. So you can use about phrasal verbs also. Do you know any famous people in that area where you live in? Like we live in Gurdaspur, there are so many famous people like Guru Randhawa, Nimrit Khera, so many other people are there who belong to this region. Or you can speak about any of the painter, any of the person you like, any of the doctor from whom you can get the inspiration. So it could be related to your district as well. If there is no one, you can speak that no, I don't know about them, but I will surely like to find out about them. So in this way you have to give your answer, but the thing is that you have to use good vocabulary. Even if you are lying, the next person knows nothing about you. Even if you belong to Amritsar, you can speak about I live in Gurdaspur, anything, because the person is not knowing you. He is only going to judge you based on the English that you are speaking, not based upon your own opinions. After that they are going to ask you what are the changes of the surrounding around your living places. You can tell them about the growth and the development and the progress that happened in your area from the past decades. And after that you can also make changes about the mentality of the people, like how they used to live and now how they have changed. Basically you have to tell about these things in correct English and with correct pronunciation. Do you like that area that you live in? So basically you can speak about anything. Like here they have mentioned that I'm a foodie, like I am a food lover. So there is a huge availability of everything, grocery stores are there, so that's why it is okay. But if you don't like your area, don't be think don't think that you have to only give a positive reply to the examiner. Like I was asked, like, do you like wearing a watch? I said no, I don't like. But you have to make the examiner understand that why you don't like it, otherwise he is going to question you, like why don't you like. So don't give him a chance, speak. Like I told him that I don't like wearing a watch because when I'm a very tense person, I always overthink about the things, and usually I complete my things on time. I have a timetable in my mind, so if I complete my things on according to that timetable, I don't need any kind of watch. Even I'm having a mobile phone, so I can see the time from there. Otherwise, if I am looking at my watch very often, then it creates a kind of stress in my mind that I have to complete. So in order to avoid that kind of stress or something like that, I usually wear a watch. I don't like wearing a watch, sorry. So at that time I give a very good answer to the examiner. So I'm just giving you a hint so that you can understand in simple language. Otherwise I have used so many idioms and phrasal verbs are there, but still a person becomes very nervous after going there. So I'm suggesting you that I'm simply advising you in simple English, but you have to use a lot of good synonyms and common words that you can use, which are C1 C2 level words. To check the C1 C2 level or the level of the words, you can use a Cambridge dictionary, because it can show you like whether it is a beginner level word or it is a advanced level word. So using advanced English can create a good impression in the mind of the person, because if you are using very old words which are related to something, like some things are related to the professions, so you should avoid them. Use C1 C2 words, because they are easily available in the form of PDFs that you can download from the web. Otherwise, do comment me, I will surely send you the link of those things. After that, they have mentioned about the 6 questions, but usually the examiner can question you according to his or her choice. If you want to ask you If he wants to ask you only 3 to 4 questions in your introduction part, he can ask. Otherwise, I was asked so many questions that I was not expecting that the test will be so long, but he listened to me for just 1 minute, maximum 1 minute. So he was asking questions very swiftly, because they are checking like, have you crammed things? Because if you have crammed, you will be stopping, and it will create kind of pauses that are going to depress your performance. So in order to avoid that, you should be very quick in answering the questions. You have to be very witty there. So they have also mentioned about the vocabulary and the meanings. So if you are reading these all questions or all the parts that have been available in this app, I think that it is very helpful to generate ideas as fast as possible. After that, there is second part, which is cue card. So for cue card, you are given a sheet and a pen or a pencil, whatever is available there, and they will tell you that you have 1 minute to think about this thing. But don't think that we will use that 1 minute, because when you go there, you are very nervous and stressed. So in order to avoid that, be very quick in understanding the things, and read carefully, like what are the questions, what are the things which have been demanded in the question. Don't create a story and just speak, because you will not be marked upon that criteria. There are certain questions that he has highlighted. You have to question, you have to answer those part of the questions, okay? Though you are making a story, but try to answer those questions as well. Like, describe one of your best friends. So he has given you the questions, like here they have divided those questions. Do you have so many close friends? Like, you can start it with a very good beginning, like a friend indeed is whatever idioms or phrasal verbs you are knowing, that a friend is a very important part of our life. You can speak anything, like a friend plays a very significant role in our lifestyle. I have so many friends, but he or she is my best friend. Or you can speak a lot of good idioms, like over the top of my head I haven't ever imagined like who is my best friend. Though I have so many friends, but I think that nobody is my friend indeed, because my parents are my best friend, or God is my best friend, I myself is my best friend. So every person is having a different opinion. Some might be saying that nobody is in the world is good. I think God is my friend. The person who is atheist, he will be showing. So it depends upon the character or your own opinion. Whatever you want to speak in a very amicable way, which is very engaging to the examiner, so that he likes to listen to you, okay? Why do you prefer to spend time with him or her? Because he's very inspiring for you. He always motivates you, he always supports you, guides you. So these are the things that you can use. Even there are so many idioms for a friend which you can use. You can even say that we both are bookworms, or you can say that we both are not bookworms. So this is going to create an impression that you know a lot of idioms or something like that, okay? Or you can say whenever, which is a very one of the very famous idioms, like whenever I am with him I feel over the moon. Or I whenever we hang out together, we think that we are on the ninth cloud or in the seventh heaven. You can use these common idioms because they are very easy to use. What kind of people do you like to have as a friend? You can imagine, you can tell about the person, like who do you think that is one of your best friend, like what are the qualities? He or she is very bubbly, very entertaining to you, very supportive, very motivating, is having a good character, is having a very good knowledge of everything, likes to help you, he or she is very generous. So you can speak about anything, your character matches, your vibes matches, whatever you can want to say, you have to speak. Okay, so this was about your cue card. You have to speak on your cue card for maximum 2 minutes. So just record your voice and listen to your mistakes. Like, though I have given my test, like, but whenever we are speaking, we become very nervous because we think about those things in very detail. Like, I might be speaking anything wrong. I have to be fluent. So for that, don't judge yourself because nobody in the world is perfect. But we have to be perfectionist. We have to improve because life is full of improvements, because whenever you pass from one stage to another, there are certain improvements that you make in yourself. So don't think that you are not good, think that I have to improve and become good. Okay, so the third part consists of follow-up questions that you have to answer in maximum 4 to 5 lines, but you have to give a longer answer as compared to the introduction part, because introduction maximum 3 lines are enough maximum. So after that, but it depends upon you. If you want to speak and the examiner is not stopping, you can describe a quiet place you like to go. So this was my cue card actually. So according to your cue card, you will be answering the questions. I haven't seen this cue card at that time, otherwise it would have been helpful. Sorry for the interruption, actually the ad popped out. So if you are giving a cue card or you are speaking about a quiet place, so then there will be some sample questions. They have given you the sample question for how you have to speak in your cue card. So if you see that, you can complete this in 1 to 2 minutes. So at that time I was not knowing about this cue card, otherwise I would have read about this. So but I think that otherwise I have crammed those lines. It is a good thing that I didn't crammed or came across this before. So here they have follow-up questions. Is it easy to find a quiet place in your country? Why? Yes, it is very easy to find a quiet place in villages, but it would be very difficult to find a quiet place in cities which are metropolitan, which are full of crowd. So you can mention about that. It depends upon your locality, like the type of place where you live in. But if you don't have a good answer or points, then say I live in a city, I don't have a quiet place, it is not easy to find a good place, the area is very accessible, that's why transportation is there, so it is very difficult to find a quiet place. Then you can mention about if there is any kind of quiet place, like your room, whenever I close my windows and all, it becomes very calm place. Or you can speak about your home park or any kind of park in your locality or a garden, anything of your choice. After that, why do old people prefer to live in quiet places? Because they need peace, silence, they are having so many problems, and whenever we listen to high beats or something like that, it creates a kind of stress or headache for them. So that's why they don't like to go to those areas which are very noisy. Yeah, na? Because it is a source of frustration for us. Why are there more noises made at home now than in the past? Like, because earlier we were not using machines, the maximum noise is generated by the machines. uh, like whenever we want to do anything, like we use washing machines, we use mixer grinders and everything. These things create a lot of noise, and vehicles also generate noise. So you can speak about this thing, or if you disagree with this thing, you can say that no, there is silence at our home. It totally depends upon you. Even I think that there is noise due to the DJs or the music system that we have at our homes. We usually play music on that. That also is a source of noise. Not for us. For us it is music, but for other people. So you can see that they have asked you 4 questions. So they can ask you maximum 4 to 5 questions, which you have to answer in 4 to 5 lines. So each. So I think that this video is very helpful for you. Otherwise, sorry for the mistakes that I have made, but I have tried to answer your queries in a very simple language. So thank you for watching the video. I will surely create a next video. So do comment that what are the contents that you want to see. Thank you and have a nice day.